Adjustment meeting for June 14th, 2023. The Zoning Board of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial board created by the City of Ames. The board's purpose is to decide on applications for special use permits, exceptions, and variances to the zoning ordinance, applications for conditional use permits in the floodplains, requests for reasonable accommodations because of a disability, and appeals of decisions of the zoning enforcement officer. As a board of the city, we welcome all testimony. We make our decisions based on the facts and evidence as allowed under city code presented in our open meetings. Testimony before the board must be given under oath or affirmation. If the proceedings become lengthy, we may ask that testimony be focused on new facts or evidence not already presented. We ask that you come to the microphone if you wish to speak, and also fill out one of the orange cards so that your testimony will be audible and may be recorded. I jumped ahead. Before speaking, please complete an orange information card and hand it to the recording secretary. When you are testifying, please address your remarks to the board. We also ask that our proceedings be orderly. Zoning Board of Adjustment is an independent volunteer board of citizens. We are not part of the city administration. We also are served in our efforts tonight by Vicky Fielmeyer, Assistant City Attorney, Benjamin Campbell, City Planner, and Natalie Rickmeyer, Recording Secretary. The order of proceedings for each application will be as follows. First, an oral statement summarizing the issues and procedural steps will be presented by the staff. Second, testimony and evidence will be presented by the applicant. Third, testimony may be heard from any members of the audience who wish to speak in support or in opposition to the appeal. Next, the board will give the applicant and the city staff an opportunity to present concluding summaries and arguments. And finally, the board will discuss the issues and evidence and come to a decision. Our first item on the agenda for tonight is approval of the minutes of the meeting of May 10th, 2023. And those are pretty short minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting of May 10th?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Amar, second by Zener. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. So the meeting of the minutes from May 10th are approved. Our next item on the agenda, and are we going to do these at the same time?
No.
There's two different ones?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Our next item on the agenda is a public hearing on a request for an amendment to a wireless facility special use permit at 1801 Ridgewood Avenue. And our first will be
Okay.
Benjamin, if you...
Yeah, request before us tonight for at Ames High School. There's a cell tower behind the high school. To the west of it, you can see it up there on the map. It was to the west of where the now demolished high school used to be as well. And it was originally approved by this board in 2005. The proposal is to change out the top 10 feet of the pole, the top 10 canisters, with the current canister is 34 inches and the proposed 34 inches in diameter, and the proposed is 37 inches in diameter. But because it's changed in a profile and because the permit was approved via special use permit by this board, then it has to come back to this board for any changes. Staff did find that it met all of the criteria as laid forth in code. The original special use permit did require there to be 6 pine trees to the east of the site, and those are now gone. They've been gone for quite some time. So that is one of the one of the stipulations that staff does recommend. The fence also should be in good repair. One of the pictures that the applicant submitted showed that the fence was not in that good of repair, but I couldn't get close enough to it because the school is being demolished. So that is a construction site. And staff also recommends a stipulation that the new canisters are painted to match the existing color.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for staff at this point? All right, thank you, Benjamin. Is the applicant here? I don't see anybody that looks like anybody at the applicant. I guess then we'll proceed to if there's any members of the public in the audience that wish to address this issue, particularly this tower at 1801 Ridgewood. Okay. We will close the public forum section then. Any other comments, Benjamin, we need to know or anything? Seems fairly straightforward. Just questions for me, because historically, the 6 pine trees, were those supposed to be planted or were they pre-existing there?
They were planted originally. I went back through all the old aerials to see, and they were planted, and then I think in 2008 or 2009 they went away. So they haven't been there for quite some time, but it was a condition originally of approval, and so they should have been maintained.
That area is kind of wooded anyway, or at least kind of wasn't it?
It definitely is wooded to the north and to the northwest. Yeah, you can see there on the right on that area where the trees are.
Because that's basically, yeah, that's right behind where the old high school was.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, you can see.
So I used to park for football games because nobody else parked back there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like a outdoor learning area right there too, I think, if I recall. But anyway.
I don't recall. And the one other thing, with the new, I did check the site plan for the new high school, and there will be paved access. The school is going to redo all the parking lot there, but there will be paved access to the cell tower.
So was the purpose of the 6 trees because they had to remove some trees when they put the tower up? Or why was that a condition of the
screening from the
okay.
school?
Kind of camouflage it. Because it's kind of a wooded area anyway, so.
That's a tall tower.
And it's still going to be basically the same.
It does not hide the tower, that is for sure.
Right.
It hides the base of the the enclosure, but yes, that is for sure. It does not. I don't think the 6 pine trees will ever get to be 110 feet tall.
As I say, have you ever seen the ones they try to make look like a tree?
I
It's
would
like,
rather-
just don't.
Just don't.
Just
don't.
Okay.
All right. So, do we have a motion on the amendment to the wireless facility special use permit for 1801 Ridgewood?
I will make a motion to approve with alternative 1.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Amar, second by Zener. Any discussion? I think it does include the 3 stipulations that have been mentioned about the color, the trees, and the fence. So I'm then fine with that. That was their original understanding and requirements. So, all right, take a roll call vote.
Aye.
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 The request for an amendment to the wireless facility special use permit at 1801 Ridgewood Avenue is passed. If you wish to appeal this, you may do so to the court of record, which would be the district court, within 30 days. To our third item on the agenda tonight, this is a public request for an amendment to a wireless facility special use permit at 2801 Grand Avenue. Benjamin, fill us in on this one too, then, please.
Yes, this is another existing pole at the mall. You all reviewed an amended special use permit in January of last year at this site as well. In that case, it was changing out canisters similar to the one at the high school where the canisters were increasing in diameter. This application is different because there is a proposed additional 20 feet of height onto this tower. You can see up close here the existing canisters are were changed out last year, and Verizon is proposing to add 20 feet of height. The new canisters will be will be in keeping with the same size. 48 inches is what they will be. There is no maximum height for towers that the code gives, and this is a commercial area. The tower has been in this location since I believe it was approved in 2001. And I did speak with the applicant about, why is the extra height needed? He did say that they looked at, co-locating on other sites, on putting it on rooftops, putting it, building a new tower as well, and said that this was the most logical option for Verizon, which is the carrier that is going on there. And staff does recommend approval of this amended special use permit.
Any questions for staff at this point? I already reviewed, the applicant's not here. So is there any members of the audience who wish to speak in support or opposition to this application? Okay. All right. Then I think if there are any additional questions for staff then? Okay, I will entertain a motion on this amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve alternative number 1.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion made by Zener, seconded by Amar. Any discussion? All right, roll call vote then.
Aye.
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 The motion has passed. The amendment to the wireless facility special use permit at 2801 Graben Avenue is approved. Anyone wishing to appeal this decision may do so to a court of record within 30 days. As there are no other items on the agenda, I will make a motion to dismiss,
I will second it.
seconded by Amar. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passed. We are adjourned.